update on Deuce?
He didn't practice today, so we'll see where he is tomorrow.
What's Jalen doing when you guys are practicing? What's he doing?
Just, he's doing more and more each day. He's feeling a lot better, so really good progress. So, but day to day, basically.
More and more, meaning like can you talk about what he's progressed to?
Yeah, he's still doing, he's not, doing anything in practice yet, so that would be the next step for him probably. But doing a lot of shooting, work in the pool, work on a bike, stuff like that. So his conditioning is pretty good actually.
Just overall, on the point guard position, what you saw, the confidence level you saw from the other night.
Yeah, good. And obviously there's things we got to do better. But first half I thought played really well. Third quarter, we didn't play as tough with the lead as we needed to. But I thought in the second quarter it was really good.
Anything specific on Cole that jumped out?
I thought, well, in the second quarter, I thought he played really at a high level. Our whole team did, and then I thought Cam in the second half was, hit big shots and made big plays for us. So, but we needed everyone.
Did you feel like Cole was really prepared for that job?
Yeah, he's worked hard all year. And the things that he needed to do, he did. He worked. He's a tireless worker. Performed well in the G League. So when the opportunity came, he was ready. And there's still obviously a lot of work to be done, but he keeps getting better and better, and that's a good sign.
I know his playmaking ability isn't that much of a concern, but there's been talk about defensive worries. What have you seen from him?
Yeah, well, I think for most rookies, it's there's a big adjustment going from college to the pros, and so understanding your team responsibilities, then the individual responsibilities, and then who you're guarding, the strengths and weaknesses of the team. And he's a gym rat. And he loves the game, so he's learning each day. And the more times he goes through it, the better he'll get.
Well, it's like, the challenge at Dallas, and just having other guys have to step up now and score.
Yeah, and they're playing really hard. They're fast. They have, like Dinwiddie's an excellent player. P.J. Washington, an excellent player. So they have a number of guys that can score the ball. They're playing fast in transition. Powell is real active. Jones has played well for him. Brandon Williams has played well for him. So we understand, the challenge that we're facing. Any team that has Klay Thompson, you have one of the best shooters, in the world, on the team, and his scoring has gone way up. If he has open space, he's going to make. So, and you look at Dinwiddie and you look at Klay Thompson, and it's a very dynamic, backcourt.
You say you want to build towards the end, playing your best at the end. Do you see this group on that trajectory?
But you don't jump. You got to. It's what you do every day. And that's what true leadership is. True leadership is doing the right things, working as hard as you possibly can. There's going to be guys that are in and out. Jalen's out, and it's an opportunity for Deuce, and then Deuce goes out, and an opportunity for Tyler, and the next man get in there, understand what your job is, get the job done. You win as a team. You don't win individually. So we have to understand what the strengths and weaknesses of each guy are, play to your strengths, cover up your weaknesses, and prioritize the team.
And what about the way OG has kind of had to step up too because of the loss of Jalen this morning?
Yeah, OG's been playing at a really high level for a while now. His defense, but the scoring piece is also there. And that probably hurt us some in our last game when he got in foul trouble. But he's really played at both ends of the floor at a very, very high level.
You've had Mitchell Robinson and Cat together for nearly a month, I believe. What have you seen of their duo? How's the progress? How's it working?
Yeah, and it's still a work in progress. Obviously, There's still, Mitch is still working his way back, but the few minutes that they've been together, I think, has been very productive for us. Particularly when we have OG in there with them as well, because then your front line is really long. It's hard to get the ball into the paint.
Is there a chance for Miles? Because
it'd be premature for me to say, like, wait to medical, lets me know.